Morning, guys. Day 5, Salt Lake City, Utah. Just finished up a little morning workout at the Courtyard by Marriott Hotel here, Salt Lake City. I'll give you guys a quick little rundown of what I did. I did some prehab or injury prevention stuff for the rotator cuff here. All right, on this little machine, very low weight setting. Internal, external rotation and flexion of the shoulder. Went here, going this direction, coming back, very low weight, 15 reps each time, and going here. All right, again, that's injury prevention for the rotator cuff. Started there, did some military press with dumbbells, side raises followed by side raises. Tried to keep everything within hypertrophy ranges, about 15 reps. Military press, side raises, front raises with dumbbells, just here, raising up front. Rear delts, which is, I did a bent row raise, okay? And then finished up with some cardio on this machine right here. So again, very small hotel gym, but could get an effective workout in. Heading out of Salt Lake City and now entering Highway 6 on our way to Moab, one of the most dangerous roads in the US, but also one of the coolest. Funny how that goes. Very beautiful road to drive. All you can see is mountains and clouds. Off to my right side, can't even see the tops of the mountains. Kind of a narrow mountain trail here, very windy road through the mountains and canyons. You'll see lots of RVs, trucks pulling off-road vehicles. From here on out, it is the road to Party Town, off-road style.
I better tell you before you get close, I'm a special case, I'm not like the other ones. There is a reason why I'm still alone. If you want to stick around, you need to ask yourself, are you an foreign man? Can you take me as I am? You think you made me special, babe, I'll never change for someone else. Is your heart strong enough to handle me? You made me special, babe, but I like my whiskey on the rocks. You better know what you're dealing with. It won't be easy to win my heart, babe. You better be ready if you want me. You better know that you don't stand a chance, boy. Are you an foreign man? Can you take me as I am? You think you made me special, babe, but I'll never change for someone else. Is your heart strong enough to handle me? You made me special, babe, but I like my whiskey on the rocks.
All right, guys, gonna give you a little on-the-road security update. Crazy little situation. We just happened to pull over at a little overlook. We passed an overlook and then we pulled over at the next, like going out to, you know, kind of like an overlook type thing off of Interstate 6 there, Highway 6. And a dude was running up the hill and he looked like he was, first I thought he was jogging, and then when he got closer I thought he was talking to himself, but he was on the phone. He had a Bluetooth, and
You have an incoming turn right.
didn't know if he was, what the real situation was. I'm with a young lady and I'm with myself.
Right after 1/2 mile.
If it would have been just the young lady, it probably wouldn't have been a good situation to engage that guy and talk to him and see if there's an issue, if he was having problems or anything like that. Because I was with her, I asked her to roll her window down and see if he was okay, needed any help. He was a truck driver. He had just ran about 2 miles trying to get anybody he could. As you guys know, that was Interstate 6 right there, so it's mountain on both sides. There's not much you can do. So we talked to him. He needs engine coolant for his truck. Went and got him 4 of these coolant, the green type coolant for diesel trucks. Gonna run it back up there to them. But the thing is you know, there's a big question. Should I help a hitchhiker? Should I not help a hitchhiker? If I see somebody in need, should I help them? My rule for this is always trust your gut, guys. I have obviously very different skills and experiences than most of you guys will have. And I've been, you know, all around the world and seen different things and in the security industry, and I've seen some bad people, evil people, good people, and I can handle myself. So you have to take into consideration that, but I also really strongly believe in helping people, and I believe that we pulled off of that road for a reason at that time, and because that guy needed some help and we were there. So I believe everything happens for a reason. A lot of you guys know I'm a Christian. I've shared that. It's not a secret by any means. And I think everything happens for a reason, especially things like that. So, guy needed some help. We happened to be going by. We pulled off the road at some little overlook thing that wasn't even an overlook. It was just some power company shed. And guy happened to be sitting there, or running up the hill. So, you know, but for what it is, when it comes to security and being safe on the road, trust your gut, okay? And I've had to develop I'm pretty good at reading people, but I wasn't born that way, and I wasn't good at reading people for a long time. It took me getting in some really nasty situations to read people. So always err on the safe side, because, you know, I may be too overly friendly and too open to helping people, because I don't really necessarily care as much about getting into a dangerous situation. It doesn't really bother me to face danger or to have a potentially something bad happen. I feel like I'll deal with it. Other people may not want to put themselves in that situation, because if you do get in that situation and you don't come out of it smarter or more intelligent like I have, there's a saying that goes, and my dad told me this, I think, for the first time: if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. So be smart, guys. And here we are helping this gentleman out, and I'll get back to you when we're back on the road. He follows me on Instagram. Would you imagine that? He knew the page Bone Tactical. Get out of here. I really wasn't expecting that, but well, our good deed may or may not be done for the day, but pay it forward, guys. If you get the chance, pay it forward. So we just got actually the last campsite in the Sand Flats recreation area here in Moab, Utah. I always like to camp in the Juniper camp lot, which is one way at the end, all the way in. A really nice, great overlook, and we got the last little lot in there. And when we came in, they said there was probably not any more lots in the whole place, but they would let us check. It's first come, first serve here, guys. They don't take reservations, so if you want to get here on a Thursday, it's always a good thing. If you're coming for an event, try and get here before the event. And I'll show you guys the campsite a little later on. We had to rush out there, throw some chairs down, go back and pay for it. We're gonna go check in where we rented some razors, a razor at the rental place, and try and get a little bit organized here, grab something to eat. Kind of just a check-in day here, but show you a little bit of this beautiful terrain around us. It's just absolutely unbelievable. As you guys can see, Moab, Utah, one of the most beautiful places on earth. You can do all kinds of outdoor stuff here, guys. You can do off-roading, and you can do biking and hiking and climbing. There's some huge national parks around here. There's a lot of BLM land, which is Bureau of Land Management. So that means you can camp out there and do you can do some shooting and different things of that nature on some of it. So definitely you got to check out this area if you haven't been down to Moab, Utah. Like I said, one of my favorite places on the planet. Well, guys, this is the downtown strip of Moab.
At your destination on the left-hand side after 1,000 feet.
There's cool little places down here to eat, and always cool vehicles. There's little coffee shops and all kinds of rock climbing places and tour places and hotels and different things. Seems like it gets bigger every time I come here. But
There are places to shower.
I've showered at the YMCA here a couple times.
That's a no.
Yeah, you can shower at a hotel. I've showered at the YMCA and done the gym pass. It's right here, High Point Hummer. Is it like literally right next to Outlaw Jeep?
I'm literally turning in here.
This is Outlaw Jeep Rentals here. I was originally going to rent one of these because they looked pretty cool. But I ended up not renting one because the people were pretty crazy about... They must have moved, High Point. Or maybe they're related. But the people with these Outlaw Jeep rentals were pretty crazy about not getting any scratches. They said they didn't want any scratches on even the rock sliders or the bumpers or anything like that, and you're 100% responsible for anything that happens to it. And it just seemed like they were kind of trying to get people to roped into something that insurance would pay for any kind of damages. So I didn't really feel comfortable renting one, and the razors were actually a little bit more expensive. So, but like I said, guys, always trust your gut, and I didn't feel good about this company, so we're looking for the High Point Hummer right now is where we rented our razor from. So this is still the main drag, guys. Some hotels here. I've ate at this diner. They've actually upgraded it since I've been here. It's really good breakfast. I've got breakfast many times at that diner.
Pancake House.
Pancake House. That's a little German pancake place, I guess, maybe. Maybe they just want to be cool. But like I said, there's all kinds of different rental places around here. You'll see razors and side-by-side UTVs, I think they call them. Driving all around on the road because you can tag them here. There's the gear store. There's a little used gear store we're gonna hit later. Right here, Moab Gear Trader. I always hit that when I go here for you gear guys like me. High Point right here. This is where High Point Hummer and ATV right here. See the Hummer out front? And this is where we rented our razor from. So you can see the Hummer. They get their new razors in every year. They say they change them every year, so they're all in like new condition. And funny thing is your insurance covers everything out here, or a lot of everything, because you're driving on the road and a lot of these vehicles are tagged.
So we're here at High Point ATV rental, and such great service. They're letting us take the ATV a night early. They don't do it all the time, so don't expect it. Just special service for us, which is super nice. They're about to go over some stuff with us about where to go, how to drive, and we'll update you.
So we got the Razor 1000, and I have on proper riding attire. So I'm gonna see if I can get this shirt red.
I'll meet you at the gear place.
Yeah, meet you at the gear place.
Do you need eyewear?
All right, guys, we're off to hit the gear store. Bone out. See you there. I have no idea where it's at.
So this is an update from assistant, and Greg just got the razor. Can't see him anymore. I'm in the Tahoe, and we are all the way in the back of the campground where we're staying, and I'll update you when we get there. So we're headed back to the campground. Wynn just picked up the razor. Greg is so excited just from watching the razor, driving behind it. The suspension looks amazing. It's going to be great riding. We're pulling up to our campground, and this is it.
All right, hey guys, this is the campsite for today. picked up the Razor, got the Tahoe. Again, we're in Juniper. Told you guys I'd show you a little quick view to the campsite, so this is it. Show them a little quick view of the campsite. We're about to go for a ride. Alright guys, we're going to get some dinner. You may not be able to hear anything I'm saying, but I'm not slowing down. Sorry.
Not afraid to die, not afraid of the dirt, not afraid to drink liquor, not for mine on the rocks, not afraid to be a fool, not afraid to scare the bomb, and I'll do everything I need until it's not right.
There's lions back.
Fun fact, you can no longer drive on Lion's Back, but I took the Titan up Lion's Back like a month before it closed. If you want to read about the Titan trip or see some pictures of the Titan in Moab or the build, it's all on the website, bonetactical.com. Alright guys, day 5, setting up the campsite, doing a little fire right here. Bone Tactical Tomahawk. There you go. Sticking it in the fire. Best fire tool ever, make sure you get you one. But day 5 here, signing out. About to call it a night. This is our camp spot, and try and get up early and hit some razor trails. Bone out.